Well, last week we had an opportunity to talk with Rob Mitchell, the assessor of property in Rutherford County, on our Friday Five, and by popular demand by the public, the people wanted to see more of Rob Mitchell, so here he is. And we got through a couple of topics, and one thing I want to bring up here and kind of use a little visual aid like the back of this book. Let's say this is a 10-acre parcel of property, raw land.
Right.
It is going to have a. When people ask how do you make the tax base larger, I want to use this as an example. This is 10 acres of raw land. It had an assessed value or a tax bill annually of, I don't know, let's say $1,000. Okay, they go in. Developer buys this 10-acre piece of land, puts in infrastructure, divides out lots, and the next thing you know, you've got 40 homes in there.
Right.
Each one of those has a tax bill probably of $1,500.
Right.
Is that a good example of how the tax base is enhanced?
That's how it works.
So, and what have we seen in your tenure as far as the tax base enlarging by development?
Oh, it's grown in the last 4-year period between 2014 and 2018. We saw a jump of the assessed value, which is over $1 billion. That's you have appraised value, then you have assessed value. Tennessee's a fractional assessed state, so if you have a $100,000 piece of property, you're only assessed for taxation on $25,000 of it. So 75% of your residential home you don't pay taxes on, and that's unlike most states. Most states, they're assessed at 100% of market value. So right off the bat, Tennessee is a great bargain.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, if they would take a look and see what they pay in tax, and I hear it a lot from people who are coming in here from out of state and looking at buying a home here. They look at the tax bill and they say, wow, we paid twice that much, and pick your state. Yeah. And so one of the things that I know you're very passionate about, you have been an advocate for the taxpayer, and also you use your advocacy in an educational sense, and you speak to our office a few times a year, and it's very, very informative. One of the things that may be on the horizon out there that I think you have a keen interest in is, while the city and county has been in the property tax business, the state has maybe whetted its appetite a little bit. Kind of give us an update on what's going there.
Well, the state, Tennessee has a state property tax. In 1947, they brought in the state sales tax. And they set the property tax rate for state taxation to 0.
But now, it's still there.
It's still there. Just because you have a gun and you don't have a bullet in it, doesn't mean you don't have a gun.
Correct.
You can still put a bullet in it and shoot somebody. It's just as dangerous. It just doesn't have a bullet in it. So when you hear people, I heard a representative say it, not one from our county, but they made the comment, well, we don't have a state sales tax. No, we do. We just don't use it.
Or state property tax.
State property tax.
Correct.
I'm sorry, yeah, a state property tax. So that's the disconnect, because the state property tax, the last time it was enforced, it had a 5-cent tax rate. That would be equivalent to 53 or 54 cents today. So if the state were to bring it back, you got to know they're going to go back to at least what they had in 1947. So that could be potentially another 53, 54 cents that the state would turn on with a stroke of a pen. And now you not only have to pay your city tax, your county tax, but you have to pay a state tax on everything on top of it.
So it's been sitting there dormant, and fortunately, Tennessee is probably in as good a financial shape as any state in the country right now,
Absolutely.
which is great, and maybe that'll stay dormant. That's what we hope. But as we close out here, Your office is very friendly to consumers, homeowners, and give them an idea how they can reach your office and with any questions they have about their own property.
You can call 615-898-7750, or you can go to our website, rcpatn.com. Now, it's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to have the money to make it better.
That's right.
But we're doing everything within our constraints to give everybody the information that they might need, from their ownership data, the valuation of their properties, also flood zone determinations, anything that we can put out there that you can find, we want to make it available. And if you're at work, you don't want, because everybody works, and it's difficult to get your business done, we've provided a chat service on our website. So
Awesome.
if you want to find out something about your property and you don't want your office mate to know that you're making a call, but it's the only time you have to do it, you can go into our website, rcpatn.com. You'll see a chat function pop up on the screen. Enter your message, and one of our staff will get the information to you. They can send it in an email. They can send it in an instant message. Whatever you need to get, we'll get you the information.
All right. Well, we packed a lot into the Friday Five. We're actually in overtime today.
Oh, sorry about that.
But that's okay. It's great information. And again, give Rob and his staff a call if you have a question, or go on their website again and do it. I really appreciate you taking time
Oh, it's
today.
my pleasure.
All right. I hope you guys got something out of this today, and we'll have another Friday Five coming up next week. Thanks a lot, and don't forget, choose Chip.